Hello, my name is Guy Trailing. I'm the Assistant Fire Marshal of the Lake Zurich Fire Rescue Department. On behalf of that department and the Ela Area Public Library, which got a grant through the Illinois State Library to put on this Disaster Preparedness Day, I would like for you to see the following video. This video should prepare you and the ones you love for any type of a catastrophic disaster. For further information, contact us at the Lake Zurich Fire Rescue Department at www.volz.org.
My name is George McHale. I'm the Deputy Fire Marshal for the Village of Buffalo Grove. I have with me Skip Hart. He's our Fire Inspector. He's also our Director of Public Fire Education. And we're happy to be here in Lake Zurich to help with this program today. What we have here is a fire extinguisher demonstration model that we were able to obtain through a federal grant. We try to take it around wherever we can throughout Buffalo Grove and surrounding communities to show people how to properly use fire extinguishers. A fire extinguisher is your last line of defense before you get out of the house. And Skip will talk a little bit about that when you decide to leave and whether or not you decide to use the fire extinguisher. That's something that is a determination that has to be made, and it's a very spontaneous decision.
Fire extinguishers were designed and built for one reason only, and that was to get you from your area in the house or the building to the outside. They were not designed for you to sit there and fight a fire. Okay? We got that understood now? Okay, because these units here, especially these dry chemical units in the red, they will last you approximately 30 to 45 seconds. That's not very long. So if you see a small fire by your desk or in your living room or kitchen, you can go ahead and attempt it. But what we want you to do is make sure that unit gets you between to the doorway. If the fire is in between, that's what it was designed for. Now, a lot of people have this theory that they can use this fire extinguisher, they're going to be invincible. When you see how this thing works, you're going to understand a lot more. You're not invincible. All you're doing is just creating a little space and time. And that's the space to get you between and out and time to get away. So when we use these things, what we're going to do is we're going to work on the premise of PASS. It's an acronym. Fire service is great for acronyms. We've been doing acronyms for years. Nobody understands what we're talking about. But PASS is a simple word, P-A-S-S. The first P, or the P, the only P, refers to pulling this little round pin up here on the top. So Deputy Fire Marshal McHale will demonstrate while I talk about it. You take the pin and you pull the pin straight out. It's on a little plastic twist tie that tears or breaks real easily. So you pull the pin out. The A is for aim. And what you do is you take the nozzle and you aim it in front of the fire or at the base of the fire. We would like to see you aim it just about a foot or so in front of it, so when the product hits, it'll hit the floor and bounce and basically cover the flames, or like throwing a blanket on it. Now the first S is you squeeze the nozzle. The lever action on this thing here is the top handle is inoperative, the bottom handle is inoperative, the top is the operative one. So you carry it by the bottom handle. Just pick it up like that and you carry it. When you go to use it, you squeeze down on the top. The second S is sweep. What we want you to do is you're aiming, you're squeezing, and you're sweeping back and forth so that you're enveloping or covering the entire area of fire. When you get the flames extinguished on this small fire, if you turn around to walk away, you're going to get your back burned because the flames will come back. As soon as the temperature recovers from the water and it hits its auto ignition temperature, it'll flash back. It's coming back hotter and faster than it was. So you never turn around and walk away. You always back away from it, prepared to squirt it again. Once you get to the door, put the thing down, pull that little red box that you've always wanted to pull but we're always afraid to. Fire department will respond and put out any fire that's left. If you choose not to use the fire extinguisher, Don't throw it at the fire and run, because it's a pressurized vessel. It'll explode at some point. It might put the fire out then, but it'll make a mess. If you choose not to use a fire extinguisher, please evacuate the building, pull the station, that little pull station on the way out, and get outside and wait there. Okay. If you do use one in your building or in your home, give us a call. We'd like to come out just to check to make sure that the area is out, and we can advise you at that point how to get your fire extinguisher service. Because we all have a fire extinguisher at home, right? There you go. We're going to start this demonstration off with a dry chemical powder. Okay, this powder has got a name about 16 feet long. I don't remember what it is. It's a dry chemical. A what? That's why he's a fire marshal. Bioammonium phosphate, okay? To me, it's a bunch of yellow powder that gets all over everything. You can breathe, you can be in the room with it. It's not going to suffocate you unless you take in real deep breaths of it, but it's advisable once you open this thing up to get out. When it settles down, if it's in the kitchen, you're going to have, inside a house, you're going to have to clean for probably a good week. The stuff gets all over everything. I can attest to that because I had one open up in the back of my conversion van, and I couldn't figure out where that cloud was coming from. But boy, let me tell you, it's a mess. So we're going to have a dry chemical. Then what we got is water extinguishers. And the water extinguishers operate the same way. You pull the pin, you aim, you squeeze, and you sweep. It's just a different product. Okay, water has been basically taken off the market for extinguishers only because it's not meeting the needs of today's pyrotechnics, I guess you want to call it. We've increased our society. We've made our society better through living in plastic. Okay, when plastic burns, it produces a toxic, heavier than air fume that just doesn't do anything but kill people. So we're going to use water only for the ease of cleanup on some of this stuff. The product is different. The theory is the same. Okay, in your buildings at work and at home, you'll probably have the dry chem or the ABC extinguisher. The A is for common combustibles such as paper, cardboard, and stuff like that. B is, what is B? Flammable liquids. Okay. B is for barrels or boiling, flammable liquids and combustible liquids. C is energized electrical. And then there's a class current. Okay, that sounds good. That's why he gets the big bucks, And then you got the class, there's a D, and that's for combustible metals, which not many of you probably have around the house. And then there's a new class called K. And that's for restaurant owners and restaurants that have commercial kitchens. And the K is a liquid that replaces the dry chemical because the cooking medium changed from animal fat to vegetable oil, and the vegetable oil cooks hotter and is harder to put out.
Now go ahead here.
Okay, he's pulling the pin. He's just dropping it on the ground. Now he's going to take that nozzle loose from the holder, walk up about 5 to 8 feet. That's good. And now open it up. Sweep it back and forth. That's good. That is all there is to it, the use of a fire extinguisher.
Let's pull the pin. Okay. Evaluate your fire. Now you've got a pretty good sized fire. This is a one extinguisher shot. If you don't put it out with one extinguisher, get out. Don't try another one. Okay, what's your name? David. It's nice knowing you, David. Okay.
All right, David's approaching the fire. Now he's going to pull the pin. He does that, and we were working on the fire. Sweeping back and forth.
Get in there, get in there. Okay, back up, stop.
That's good. Beautiful job.
How about a hand for David? Nice job, nice job. Okay. Grab the fire extinguisher. How'd we do? How'd she do? Yeah.